David, how did you reflect on that first loss, just the nature and size of the margin?
Yeah, clearly a disappointing start for us, but I think out of it we've got some really clear indicators of small things to improve upon that will really help the overall game.
Where do you believe you lost it and didn't play up to your potential?
Yeah, well, I think Ross's post-match analysis really hit the nail on the head, and we've seen a little bit of it in review today. We really gave the ball back to them a lot by allowing them to get back on us and really drive their offensive plays from their backline.
So it wasn't so much the guys kicking the footy, it was more what was happening up the field and their targets to kick to?
Yeah, it's probably a bit of a hand-in-glove kind of approach to both of those. But yeah, certainly we didn't help ourselves crowding around the ball a bit too much and leaving them their backman free.
Dave, has the skills been spoken about, and obviously the poor start, especially the first half?
Yeah, not really. It's not something that we really emphasise on. We understand the way we play really puts pressure on our backline especially, and allowing the ball to be pumped into the forward 50 quite easily and fairly regularly puts them under some pressure. And as a team, when we're chasing and defending more than we have to by giving the ball back, it makes that aspect of the game more difficult than it needs to be.
So I think they kicked 7 goals from turnovers. Has the playing group sort of taken a bit of ownership for that? Because it sort of appeared Ross sort of took ownership for that on Sunday night.
Yeah, so certainly we're all in it together. Ross is a man and trying to protect us a little bit, but we're all in it together. We certainly take some responsibility for it as well. At the end of the day, we're out there making the decisions, and coaching groups and panels can only take the players so far.
When you're talking about decisions and also skills, is that something you can turn around just instantly? Can you change that this weekend?
It's certainly our aim. We'll be trying to do that as best we can. I think through our JLT pre-season series, we saw some really good indications of our ball movement and decision making under some real pressure. But understanding when the season proper comes around against a great team like Geelong are and look like they will be again, that heat and intensity goes up. So we'll be attempting to adapt to that as quickly as we can.
You probably would have seen a fair bit of it, that Nat Fyfe copped a fair bit of treatment in terms of off the ball and this and that. There was a few free kicks paid. Have you guys spoken about maybe needing to protect Nat a little bit, or is that sort of something as a skipper that you can see Nat probably getting for most of the year?
It's probably a little bit of a delicate one to answer because umpires are out there to adjudicate the game and ensure that the game's played within the right spirit and the right boundaries. I know Nat's been dealing with this for many years now. It's nothing new to him, and it's nothing new for us to try and help a teammate, and it's happening all across the league. But certainly as a teammate, we try and look after each other as best we can.
Do you expect Nat to sort of get that most weeks now as well?
As I said, he's been dealing with it for many years now. He's been a very good player for a long time, and that's one of the tactics all teams take into games.
How do you go about chopping him out? I know you can block and this and that, but is there anything else you can do within the rules?
Yeah, there are many subtle things, and I won't bore you with them now because we'll be here all day, and I've got to go pick up my kids soon. But all those little things, giving him the ball and protecting him, helping him get off his man, and I think he was getting followed around pretty closely by Blickavs at stoppages, and just trying to chop him out and help him that way. But as I said, Nat's a great player in his own right and can really help himself a lot as well, like he has been over the years.
David, there's been some discussion already just about, do you need to play a couple more kids on the back of, I know it's only one loss. Do you feel yourself, Michael Johnson, some of the older players still have a lot of good footy to deliver?
Certainly, yeah. I think it's far too early to be throwing the baby out with the bathwater, or whatever you like to say. But I think as a team we've got a lot of work to do and a lot of improvement in us. But the 22 that went out there on the weekend, I have full confidence in, and had full confidence in going into round one, and still do going into round two.
Just a bit of talk about using your better ball users in defence. Do you think you need that? Put a couple of guys back there, maybe yourself or a Brad Hill or someone like that.
Yeah, well, that's not my decision really. It's the one for the match committee. But team dynamics and structures probably play a heavier part than trying to manufacture something for one goal.
Is there pressure on the playing group? Harley Ballack had a good game for Peel. Matt's having to kick 5 goals. Does that place pressure on the 22 that went out on the weekend?
Yeah, it certainly does. It's one of the big things that popped up in our review from last year is real emphasis and need and want for the guys representing us at Peel on the weekends to really take our brotherhood and our trademark effort down to Peel, wherever they're playing. And so far this year they've been excellent with their endeavour and the determination to really play as we want to play down there, and we've seen that through 2 great performances so far.
You've had some time to reflect, David. How did you feel about missing out on the captaincy this year?
Yeah, I'm not bitter or sad or disappointed or upset about it really. The process that put me into the captaincy is the one that voted Nat into it as well, and I fully support and endorse that process. The players have chosen who they want to be their captain, and Nathan's certainly been a very good captain thus far, and hopefully will take us into a more successful season.
You're not concerned about, I guess, the legacy and that leadership role of just having been there the year and not being the greatest one for the club?
I've got greater concerns than that, yeah.
Did Nat ask you for any guidance on the weekend ahead of his first game as captain? Did he lean on you at all?
Yeah, it was part of the leadership group. That's part of our role, is to really help support, especially Nat and Ross, and then be that conduit between the playing group and our coaches, and so that's a role that we've been functioning with throughout the entire pre-season. Nat's a pretty switched on young man, and asks the right questions and comes for support when he needs it, but is certainly well accomplished thus far as a captain.
Dave, Port Adelaide, very impressive on the weekend against Sydney in Sydney. What do you do going over there against Adelaide? Or
Yeah.
them in Adelaide?
Well, it doesn't get any easier. That's certainly the case. But as I mentioned before, we've got some really simple focuses out of the game that should we do those better, will put us in a much better situation within the game. So, from our end, it'll be really, really simple. We've already identified what we need to improve on, both in a general sense and really specifically for a number of individuals. And our goal will be really to try and train that on the track this week, get some really good physical practice under our belt, and head over to Adelaide and give it a good crack.